Welcome. We are talking about base design and base design flaws and best bases to use, I guess. Well, more base design flaws. But anyways, first things first, a couple things in when you're designing bases, right? Typically what you want to do, you want to put your black bombs by your air defenses and your red bombs away from the air defenses. Why? Well, see, the red bombs, they do no damage to the hounds, right? You want to get your red bombs on the loons. So where do you put red bombs? Well, you put them near wizard towers, that would be good, but away from the splash damage of a hound when it pops. So when it pops, you don't want it to trigger it. So away from it at all possible and in difficult places. So on this base, let me just show you some no-nos to do. Base designing craziness indeed. Now, do I have bases for you? Well, I'll give you bases that were 3-starred. No, any base that you see here on any of these attacks, better than your internet base, hands down. I don't even care what people say, better than your internet base. Now, what are you showing us, Halo Mudkey? I mean, he's 3-starred this base. What is he doing? What are you doing? Well, look at this, guys. Look at this base design flaw that I just don't understand, but you should never do. You should never do. Now, the first things first. Look what happens here. Now, again, you wouldn't think about this. You would not think about this, but because it's open towards this sort of strategy, and you have to think about it on the Sui La Lows. Look what is able to be triggered. Now, of course, this would be helpful. Of course, you need a scout for this, but look what he does. You see this minion, you're like, well, what is he putting a minion down for? There's nothing there to get. Well, guys, look what he's got going for him. Very, very smart indeed. Look what happens. Boom. 2 red bombs are triggered by 1 minion. First of all, having 2 red bombs back to back like that, I don't like that sort of thing. That is, yeah, that's just not good. I mean, you could fly a hound right over it if need be, but the bad thing is a minion can trigger it on the Sui La Lo. Now, if you put the red bombs back further behind the Inferno, they would not have been triggered. So that's base design flaw number 1. Do not do it. Another thing that I've got going for here that was not on another base that I'll show. I mean, that's just just don't want to do that. See how this red bomb triggers it? I mean, that's obviously the scout. You want to place your hounds to get over those red bombs, but see, you got to make sure. You see that splash damage? Look what I'm talking about. See those when the pup splashed, it broke apart. You try not to have any of those red bombs in the radius of that break apart because they can trigger it. Makes sense? Now we're going to do one more replay on this. Base 23, this is the one, yes. Now another Sui La Lo. Boom. First, I'm going to have to replay that one. This base does it twice. There's 2 bad base building design flaws here. One, you never want to have a red bomb being triggered by a minion. I mean, this is just the value of that red bomb is dead. I mean, all you have to do is drop 1 minion, you know? All you have to do is drop 1 minion. It does not do you any good. So do not have your red bombs on the outside perimeter. Do not have your black bombs on the outside perimeter where you can get triggered by a loon. All these sort of things, unless you're Town 11, of course, a little bit different. But yeah. Don't do that, guys. Do not do that. Base design flaw number 1. Another base design flaw. Look at this. Now, again, it helped him here, but usually somehow either the scout didn't see it or he forgot about it. But either way, I'm going to screenshot this. I should screenshot it, not that, but that is just no good. Actually, let's do it like that screenshot. That would be better. You don't want that. All that you have to do, and this red bomb becomes obsolete. Man, my hair is crazy. Dogs? The dogs are here. Got my dogs out. There's Benny. All you have to do there is put a hound over here, and it triggers it. Somehow it just didn't get spotted. It hurt his loons in the end, but you know, if for whatever reason you get that scout, the air scout, and it's all she wrote. So guys, just be sure when you're base designing stuff, and I'm not a base builder, but I can spot some things that are not that good, you don't really want to have happen. don't put those red bombs on the outside perimeter where they can be triggered by minions, or even, yeah, just a no-go. Or even inside core if they can do a sui la low, or on the inside outside, inside outside. Anyways, so yeah, that's the game plan, guys. Make sure you do that, otherwise you'll get 3-starred like this base got 3-starred. And if you don't believe me, look, yeah, it gets 3-starred. No time fail. I won't show it, but just be aware, guys. Be aware of these sort of bases that you've got going for you. And speaking of bases, have y'all been getting your little fireworks and golden trees? If not, you need a base like this where it pushes everything to the outside core. And if you don't have a base like this, we'll find some sort of base, come up with something else on your own, because it'll help you out. And I think that'll do it for today's video. A little tip for you on base design: Town Hall 10, Town Hall 9, Town Hall 11, all the good bases. And subscribe, follow, share, I guess do everything, because I'm your host. Halo. Au revoir.